Hey, I'm here at Isotope in San Francisco. We're about to step inside, get some information about Marvel Superhero Squad Online. So follow me. Okay, so I'm here talking with Jason Robar, otherwise known as Captain Commando. So we're going to talk about some Marvel Superhero Squad. So how long has the game been in development?
We've been working on the game for approximately 1 year.
Now, it's billed at 5,000 characters. How many will be available once the game is open?
Aha, now that's a trade secret. Now we have access to all of the Marvel characters in the entire Marvel Universe. And of course that is over 5,000 heroes and villains, all of the iconic locations from the Baxter Building to Asteroid M to everywhere you can think of, plus some unique things that are unique to Superhero Squad. Some unique characters that are unique to Superhero Squad, and locations that are unique there. So by the time we get around to rolling it out to the players, you'll see dozens and dozens and dozens of players of heroes that they can have access to.
Now, I noticed when we saw some of the game that you have Spider-Man, Green Goblin. So is this, even though it's Superhero Squad, is it not solely based on the Superhero Squad cartoon?
Exactly. So the Superhero Squad cartoon is sort of one incarnation of the overall idea of Superhero Squad. The idea of Superhero Squad is to bring all of the storylines together in one place, Superhero City, and to explore all of the villains and combinations in unique ways that have never been tried before. So you see the Fantastic Four battling right alongside with Spider-Man, battling right alongside with Iron Man, battling villains from all the different storylines. So you really see them together in unique and new ways from the Superhero Squad style and feel.
How does the levels in the games work? I mean, can you choose where you want to go in the city, or do you have to go in a certain route?
It's open to you where you go and what you do. So we have a game world that's built around the idea of Superhero City, all the different iconic locations from the Baxter Building and everywhere else. And then from there, you have a variety of games and activities, from the cooperative kind of combat missions that you saw here today to a variety of other types of experiences that we have yet to reveal that'll be coming this summer that you'll see more news about.
Do you have an idea how big the city is, how many blocks or square miles? Or
Yeah, so the city will be each of the zones that you'll explore. The first zone that you saw here today was an area we call the Spider-Man area, because it's inspired by the classic settings of Spider-Man. So Aunt May's house, Oscorp, the Daily Bugle, that kind of thing. And players will be able to explore that area around all of those things come together in one area. And then from there go on to whole other locations within Villainville or Superhero City, themed to other types of storylines.
So I know a big part of the game is about collecting the different characters. How do you go about obtaining and collecting the character?
Well, really, we haven't revealed what you'll start off with, but every player will start off with a set of heroes in their squad. And the main thing to think about is that you are a squad. You're the collection of your heroes rather than any one hero. So you'll add heroes to your squad over time based on things you do in the game or things that you might want to buy. So as you see characters that you want, as you adventure or explore or go into combat with other players, those will be things that you'll want to add to your own squad and expand your squad and level up each one of those characters, giving you access to more and more missions, more and more things to do with them, and more types of games and activities that you can do with each one of those heroes.
Is there a limit to how many characters you can collect?
As many as Marvel can dream up, we'll make them.
Two people can't be the same character at the same time. So what happens if you have only 10 characters in your collection and those 10 characters are being used?
So, for example, you saw that our cooperative combat is built around having about 4 players play together. As each one of us chooses a hero, I'll always have at least one other hero to choose from to go into the combat with you. It's at that point that I choose which of my heroes to take out of my squad and to go into combat with you with. And you can think about something like a game like Lego Star Wars, where if I choose a particular character, you have to choose something else. So every player will always have at least 4 heroes in their squad. And as if you choose one, I've still got 3 others to choose from.
So this is when they're on the missions, right?
That's right. Once you go into a mission, or when you go into any one of other games and activities that we have.
Is there, when you're in the hub in the city, are we going to see just like everyone who's online at the time running around, or is it going to be separated?
You'll see a variety of players based on the type, just like in any other type of MMO environment. You can't have 1,000 players in one screen at one time. No MMO does that, just because A, it might not be that fun to do, and B, then that's a lot of resources to use on a computer. So we actually take a collection of players together, hopefully with your friends. But if you're not with your friends, you can always choose to move to where your friends are at. The main thing is we're not forcing you to choose a shard that you don't really realize what that does to you. So you can actually just go into the game, find a friend on your friends list, and immediately teleport over to wherever you find your friend.
Okay, so part of the game is about collecting the characters. Is there another focus besides the combat? Is there like a end in sight, or is you just keep going?
You just keep going, because we'll keep adding more games and activities that you can do with your whole collection. And as you collect more and more heroes, and as you take those heroes through a variety of experiences, you'll level up each one of those heroes, unlocking more and more moves and combat and things that you can do with them, and then unlocking more power for your overall squad as a whole.
Any chance of the villains being playable, or is it just the heroes?
Stay tuned.
What's like the age group, or the who is this aimed for?
Really, I'd say that this is really all ages. It's kind of what Superhero Squad did for the Marvel Universe. You might think of a movie like Shrek. Shrek really appeals to a whole wide variety of people because it's got jokes for every level. That's the same type of humor that hopefully you saw today. We think that appeals to just about everybody, from fans that are as old as I am, all the way to new fans that are coming into the market every day.
The character animations that we saw, each one has their distinct move. How much research, did you have like the whole team like looking up each character? I mean, what went into?
Absolutely. So we really wanted to make each of those heroes feel authentic, feel empowered action-wise, and also then feel humorous as well to fit into the overall theme of the Superhero Squad universe. We worked directly with Marvel. We worked with our own ideas, and we worked to clear all of those ideas to come up with some iconic ideas about each and every single character, a whole description of adjectives that went with that character and really brought the humor, the style, the iconic nature of the personality to life in the emotes. Because we really feel that most players will try to bring those characters to life by telling their own stories as well in this environment.
I don't know if you can mention this, but who do you think is like the weirdest character that?
The weirdest character? Oh, that's a good question. So far, I think there's each of the characters has something that's kind of interesting and fun about them and unique in their own way. Whether it's Mr. Fantastic, who can stretch all over the place, or whether it's somebody like Doctor Strange, who's got a little bit off. If you've seen some of the elements of the Superhero Squad cartoons that he's been in. So I think each of the characters has got something that's just a little bit strange to them, and a lot of fun to play.
Okay, last question. Any chance of Fin Fang Foom showing up?
Oh, let's just say Fin Fang Foom happens to be one of my favorites, and since I run the studio, what do you think?
The most feared creature above or below ground. Fin Fang Foom!
Okay, thank you so much for your time. So we'll look for something later this year. We might see something.
You'll start to see more and more announcements and news every month. And stay tuned for E3, and we'll hope you'll come by E3 and see our booth, because we'll actually have it playable for you guys, and you can dive right in and play the combat missions. And you'll see more about some of the new characters that we've got and some of the new environments and locations in the great Marvel Universe.
So the game looks great. I'm excited. Thanks for talking to Comicvine, and looking forward to seeing more.
Great. Thank you guys for coming out, and we really hope you have a lot of fun with the property and the game that we're making.